Just a few little clips from this past weekend, man. It's your boy TK back in the building. It's the Lockdown Show. We are back. We're live this time, man. My boy Danny Webster in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, baby? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're live this time, man. We're really. It's like a TV show now.
Oh, we're working on it. Yeah, no, it's all about look. Hey, you grow, I grow, we grow. Let's do it.
Hey, and that's kind of the theme with this weekend, man. The first week of OTS, the season is in the books. The Rams are out there in full effect. Every team was out there doing their thing, and there was some energy out there that I was hyped to see. Obviously, those clips that I got you seen on the intro, it was a fun time, and I wasn't expecting it. I've never seen anything like that. I was excited. Thank you, Danny Webster and Chris Williams for having me out there, letting me do my thing, getting some footage. But Danny, how'd you feel about the weekend?
Man, first of all, let's talk about that energy. Let's talk about that atmosphere that we had walked into. I told you going into it, this was a high competitive atmosphere. It was a high energy atmosphere.
It was.
There are ballers out there. This is not yeah, you don't just walk out into this kind of arena and just that's not how this works. If you want to get better, if you want to grow, if you want to really get to it, then that's the kind of action you're looking for. And everyone out there, all the teams going at it. It was a fantastic weekend.
It was fun because it was the energy, like you said. You could tell people were out there first week, maybe pregame jitters. Everybody was out there. Every single person, every athlete out there, you could tell had something to prove. They were ready to show what they had, and it was on display. We're going to get into these clips here in a little bit, but you could tell that every single player out there had something to prove.
And it's crazy. You can also see like which players have never been in that kind of environment where it's 7-on-7, no pads, this, that, the other. It's a different environment. So real football, you put pads on, you get to hit, block, tackle, this, that, the other. 7-on-7 is a completely different atmosphere, very skill oriented. Game plans are different. It's not a typical, football game. So you could see the uncomfortableness from certain players who've never been in a situation like that, and then to see them walk through it, get through it, and that's from all the teams. I mean, it was a fantastic weekend, a lot of growth. Everyone out there got better, and that's what you're there for.
That's the theme. That the theme is
Absolutely.
work mode. Get back to the lab. We like to call it the laboratory, the workstation,
The
and
stew.
the studio, whatever, what have you, the workbench, and just salute to all the players that were out there because they came to ball and they did exactly that. I was there a little bit early, got to see you warm up with the players, you and Chris getting the boys warmed up. What was something that you and Chris were telling the players, just first game of the season, getting them right?
Energy. That's to be honest, that's I stand on it. It's the energy. X's, O's, play calls, game plans. In my head, it's all irrelevant. All of it is irrelevant. The energy is the only thing that matters. The only ones who get to make are the players. The coaches can draw up whatever they want to draw up,
Right.
but the players on the field, energy, effort, experience, evolution. They need them, right? They need to grow, they got to get it, and they have to have that.
And it's interesting too because, like you said, there's a few good folks out here that haven't been in this 7-on-7 format. So you kind of got to get your feet wet a little bit, see how the game works, see how the flow works.
Our entire team have this is the first year. I mean, this second year of OTS, but Havelock 7-on-7, Havelock high school team. I mean, they haven't been competing in seven, especially those players. They haven't been competing in 7-on-7s ever.
Right.
They have less than five total 7-on-7 matches or games in their lives. And so I mean that's a big deal going.
They're a younger crowd in general too. Just
Oh,
to
for sure.
stamp
And
that.
especially when you get to comparing them against the other teams. There's a lot of other teams out there that have seniors that are don't even they're going to be graduating here in 2 or 3 months. And they're on the team playing, competing against these upcoming freshmen, sophomores. They're
It's a mixed bag. You can get a little bit of this, a little bit of
but
that.
that speaks to the competition and that energy, and that's what you're looking for, man. That's exactly what you're looking for.
So you guys had two games. I'm assuming that's the format. You come out there on Sunday. You faced two teams. You faced Richlands and
Yes.
Jacksonville. First
Yes.
game being, and we're going to get to the coach. I'm here in a minute. So I'm down. You got the boys right. You let them know it's the energy. You get on the field here, and I'm going to bring this coach cam up right now. And it's just nothing but energy. We're going to start off right here with an offensive play, man. Danny, take it away here.
So we're a little bit into the game here. We started off very flat, actually. I think the nerves, the yeah, I don't know what to you put whatever term you want to put on it, but as a unit, we weren't we didn't bring the energy at the beginning, and it showed, and it showed big time, right? And I think the boys started to kind of realize that they had to pick it up a little bit, and they kind of jumped on it. And this clip right here, we kind of put together a big little explosive play, kind of trying to get some of that energy back. And so you're going to see a little out and up right here on the left side of the field. Actually, is this the out and up?
This should be the out and up here.
Yeah. So this, yeah. No, that's not. This is not going to be it.
Oh, this is the down below, down below.
Yeah.
Excuse
This
me.
is just
Yeah, here we go.
this is just a check down right here. So, but this is a check down to
Excuse
get the
me.
ball moving. The same thing. So, but we're moving along, and obviously getting them hyped up.
Getting the offense going, but let me get to this out and up that we're speaking on right here.
No, this is what these plays right here. What we're getting ready to bring up on the screen
Here we go. This
is
is it.
this is what you come out here for. So this is big time high explosion play. Austin Livingston out here is going to run a deep out and up.
There it is.
Caleb Montaigne drops an absolute dime on him. That's a touchdown. And I mean, we had plays like this all day where we're explosive, we're making things happen. And so that's a very promising note. I mean, these players are growing, they're getting better, and they're really starting to get an understanding of I think just how dangerous they are.
Right.
I think they're starting to realize like, man, we can really put points up whenever.
You
You'll
like that?
start.
I like this play here. I just love it.
And so actually here we go. If you'll see, you go back to the beginning of the play here. Austin's gonna run. You see that line? There's a little line right there. It's a first down marker right where he makes his break. So he's gonna make this break right here at the first down to threaten. We're trying to get a first down right here. That corner's gonna jump the out. Austin, beautiful out and up. Caleb balls on time here.
He's on
That's
an island
that's
alone there, actually.
and that's a great play right there that you're looking for. And like I said, we pulled a couple of these off. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull enough of them off because we took an L in this game. Richlands jumped out huge though. Like I
They
said,
did. They came out
we
hungry.
we came out flat, man. It was we jumped very first play of the game. They go post over the middle, catch it, crib it. Next thing you know, we're down 14 nothing, and that energy shift. Like I
And
said,
that's the thing about this seven on
you gotta
seven
have it.
that I didn't realize actually being out there in person is that it's happening that quick. It's really really quick. It's not maybe necessarily the slow grindy type of regular 11 on 11 football. It's happening in real time. It's happening quick.
Well, and the field's only 40 yards long.
Right.
So I mean, you're talking about one fade ball for a touchdown.
And that's it.
A normal fade is 20 to 40 yards. You catch it, you keep running. So, but in between 20, you close 35 yards off in a 7-on-7,
That's
and
the field.
you're sitting on the goal line. So, those are big plays, and we'll get to a bunch of those. We're gonna have some fun with that this year. Yeah, I can't wait for this upcoming weekend. So hopefully we can put a couple more of those together. I'll draw some stuff up and we'll have some fun.
So we talk about the energy shift. You said that they were, a little flat using your words. As this game went on, they started getting their feet back up under them. And one thing that was interesting to me about this game is, and the environment in general out here in Jacksonville was it was chippy. There's these players want to prove themselves to the other team every single play. It had a
I
smile on my face.
I love it. Look, that the high competitive. That's what these boys are going at it now.
They were.
Yeah, no, this is not just about bragging rights or none of this is about domination.
Yeah.
These boys are going at it, and you love to see it because no matter. And I told you this before we even got live. It's very easy to be result oriented, right? To be result focused. To be here's the result. This is the
WWWWW.
that's not what this is. That's not what this is. This is grow, get better, improve.
Sure.
You play football in the fall. You play football with pads, you hit, you tackle, you ball, you play football in the fall. This is work. This is grow, get better, improve so that when we get to the fall, we don't have these mistakes that we're having now.
Right.
So that's exactly this is so it's
You're just
very
grooving
easy.
it, baby. You're grooving
It's
it.
so instead of being result oriented, we're really focused on being growth oriented. We're not worried about results. Results come. We have to grow.
We have to grow. It's a must.
Absolutely.
As humans,
Yes.
we got to grow. It's funny because we seen what the name of these games that I've seen. The theme was a lot of cross routes. When you don't have that ball, when you don't have the big selly play, you're going underneath. You're throwing these crossers, and in real football, that might not be available. You might have to take a second thought. And you see in some of these clips, you see the second guess. Even without pads, you have the muscle memory that I know somebody is right here on the other side of this football.
And those, I'm telling you, that's a whole different variable of the game that you
Yeah,
can never account for until you start putting until you start putting pads to each other,
right.
and
You
then
don't
and
have to
then
have eyes in the side of your ear hole to know that I know that there is somebody right there waiting for me.
and especially when you know there's intent behind it. When you know that
Yeah,
no, when you know that there's intent behind it, you're definitely thinking about it. You're like, okay,
he's
so
there
nah, yeah, he's coming.
again and again and again and
Yes,
again.
sir. He's trying to take my head off now. Come on,
So you
coach.
guys took a quick break after that Richlands game, moved on to another field. You guys faced off against Jacksonville next, and we're going to bring up the coaches cam again. You guys are on offense right here in this first little series here. We got a good play lined up, and I'm going to just run it and get us a good look at it, and then we'll go from there.
So we've been hitting them short, a couple little hitches here and there, hitches here and there. We're gonna get a hitch and go. Both receivers over here on the bottom are gonna hitch and go. Austin and Jeff Jones, both of them do a great job selling the hitch, allowing the defender to move, and then jumping behind. Ball gets up to Jeffrey Jones, 6'5" receiver, fantastic athlete, does a great job going up, making a play here. Gonna get a touchdown for us here.
He is going to get a touchdown there off the camera.
Yes, and so I mean that's what you're looking for right here. So we see we've got some movement going on, and then we get a little motion, we hit them, we get the touchdown, and we're rolling.
I
So
did like the little stop and go right here
and it only works when you hit that. So we've hit. You see, we'll dunk, we'll dink and dunk, and then make a move,
because
and
you
then
think
we
that's what's coming.
and then we make a move. So it's a chessboard out there. We're all having fun.
One more time for the people watching. Boom, over the top. TD, TD. Keeping it going, man. We had a few good offensive plays here. I'm going to scrub a little bit ahead here. I think this is actually a little defensive play that
Oh,
we
this
got.
is going to be Michael Gatlin right here coming down. And we talked about this, the defense and the responsibilities and, moving and this, that, the other. But what
It's
I
the
want to,
workstation. It's the
but what
workstation.
I wanted to talk about is the players, remember, and the energy here. Michael Gatlin is a fantastic athlete, fantastic young man. Love watching him ball. I mean, he's got a very, very bright future. We're going to get trips over here. Now, push pause right here. So we've got a receiver you can see coming right up the middle of the field here on a middle linebacker. He's running a slant and go. That guy right there, he's going to run a slant and go. And then the receiver right behind him is going to run a curl. So the number 2 receiver right there, he's going to run a curl. So the slant and go is going to be picked up by our middle linebacker. We're in a little Tampa 2 here. Mike is going to jump that curl route right here, sees the arm up by the quarterback, gets there perfectly, perfect timing. Everything's beautiful.
That is what you call wrapped with a bow on top.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a gift.
Absolutely. That's a play. That's not even a gift. That's a play. Yeah, the quarterback actually, I mean, that's a good read. It's just, Mike made a play right there. That's
He
a
jumps
great
down
play.
on top
He
of it.
drives
And
down
bam.
fast. He's on it. We gotta have that though. That's especially in the OTS scoring and the way that they do the scoring. This is 3 points for an interception, and he's going to take this back. So this is going to be 3 points for the interception, 6 points on top of the 3. So we're going to get 9 points for the interception return. Then we're going to get to go for an extra point. So this is a possible 11-point play right here. And I mean, that's at this particular point in the game, I think we're down 10. So
It's a swing.
it's a win. So
Yeah.
yeah, so so but we're talking about growth. We're trying to get better. Mike's on it. He sees the read. We're getting it, and I have no doubt in my mind. Mike gets that chance again. He's all over it to the crib. So yeah, for sure.
Well, shout out to him for the defense, man. At least he made the play, had the vision to even see it and drop down underneath right there. Let's get back to the
Absolutely.
coach's cam here. Back on O here.
And this is going to be the kid I've talked about since last season. Austin Livingston. I'm telling you, I love this kid right here. Just an absolute baller. You're gonna see him run that hitch and go down at the bottom of the screen. He's gonna do he's gonna have to turn around, do a whole 360 catch down here. You won't get to see the catch finished, but just know that spins around. You see him down at the bottom, catches it, does a whole 360, spins to the ground, goes down. Kid's got great hands, great hand-eye coordination,
Great
great
speed.
and a great attitude. And that attitude and that energy and that effort, that's I told you that's my thing. And he gives it. And so that I'm telling you, this kid right here is he's got a chance.
It's awesome too because the difference between that Richlands game going into the Jacksonville game, you're like, all right, here we go. Now the boys, the offensive unit, they started rolling. They started doing their thing. They started being like, okay, we got the flow now. We're getting here.
Well, and so we talked about that. Like the beginning was very, very slow, flat, but the growth that we saw even in just the day. So not even, we're not talking weeks. We're just talking we're talking less than 2 hours.
Right.
So the growth that we saw in less than 2 hours was exponential.
Sure.
And that's very
You
promising.
gotta
Great to
love
see.
seeing that as a coach. You got even
Oh,
in just one, like you said, 2 hours max.
the better part about this, Taylor, is the first game. We're running around having a good time, and I told you the energy thing is that's my thing, right? So since it wasn't there, I told them, well, fine, don't worry about it. Y'all do it. Since y'all want to do it your way, you do it your way, and then we'll see how it works. And then they answered the call. They answered the call. Them
Ring.
boys, they came out with and they did that themselves. The energy came up. They started relying, they started talking, they started and that little growth, that little bit of that trust, that all of that stuff right there goes together. I mean, you don't grow with people you don't lose with. That's just not how that works. You have to know what that's like.
They used to have a commercial on TV. I think it was for Walgreens. They said if there was a place called Perfect, it'd be Walgreens. But unfortunately, we don't live in a place called Perfect, man. You're gonna get some losses here and there. It happens, and like you
That's
said, it
right.
comes with the growth.
It's good for you. No, it's good for you. And the boys definitely needed it. And I think they definitely like had a little eye-opening experience of this really is big competition. These
Oh
boys
yeah.
they've really been working. This is things, maybe we have some more work to do. And I think maybe we'll, get catch a little spark and see if we can get a little bit more work done.
And one thing I could say about that Jacksonville team, just seeing them out there in real life, the size difference was crazy. You said there's fully, use the word grown men. They're going to college here in a couple
Yeah,
months.
no,
And
these are they had six seniors. So Jacksonville, they have six seniors who aren't coming back to high school
right.
that are on that on that 7-on-7 team. So
They're putting work in still.
these are kids who are 17, 18 years old going off to college, playing against kids who are 14, 15, 16 years old. And I mean, that's a big difference. But when you are 14, 15, 16, that's the competition you want. You don't
Because
want to
when
be
you get in those shoes now,
we just going up. Now
it
you want
gets
to be
dangerous now.
You just want to be going. We just going up the whole time, brother. We just going up.
So I asked you what the mentality was going into that first game against Richlands. All right, you've seen the growth, got the momentum going, kind of figured out what OTS is, kind of figured out the game flow. You see, there's real refs out there. This is totally sanctioned. It's respect to OTS. Shout out to them. Salute. What's the conversation after these two games are over?
For the team.
Yeah, view to the team.
Oh, get back to work. Obviously, no. This is no. This is
Why did I
work.
ask? Why did I
No, this
ask?
is this is work time. No, no, no. You don't get to walk out on the field and then take two L's and then just go home and then just go to sleep. No, sir. No, sir. Uh-uh. Well, you better go to work tonight.
Exactly.
You better go home and go to work tonight. Nah, that's so no, they I think they fully understand. I mean, we had a very, very brief, short team meeting after both losses. Um, I try to keep my words at a minimum when I'm feeling
Flustered.
just not even flustered, but just when I'm feeling it. so 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 we kept it brief. We tried to end on a good note, but I think they know the work is it. Like
Yeah.
you don't you can't. Talent takes you so far, but it does. The work is that's it, brother. I mean, whoever works the hardest wins. That's just the end. It doesn't matter. At a
It's a
certain
true
point,
statement.
talent and work just does this,
Yeah.
and talent just stays where it's at.
Every
And
time.
so, yeah. So I mean, at a certain point, work is it. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do is put in that work, man. Just the first Sunday of the OTS season is in the books. The feet are wet. It's fully underway, man. Back to the workstation. Another week of work, another week of grinding. And you'll be back out there in Jacksonville this coming Sunday. I know you're excited. I know the boys are fired up,
Brother, I
especially after they.
can't wait. I can't. I've never been so excited after a loss.
I was joking around with Chris. I said, if anything, if he could have one thing in this world, I know Danny wants to suit up. If he could do anything right now, he
Man,
wants to
look,
suit up.
you put them. I'm a nah, cause somebody's in trouble. You put them pads on me. Hey, nah, not right now. So somebody's in trouble.
That's awesome, man. It's the lockdown show, baby. My name's TK, hanging out with Danny Webster. Look, the first season of first game of the season of OTS is in the book. Put them H's up, man. Danny, thanks for coming on the show. You already know we do this thing called. You said you did have a statement that you wanted to make about the season in general. You know you're known for them bold statements.
Oh no, so hold on, no, because we did this in the beginning of and when we started
The
pregame
pregame
prediction.
prediction.
Yeah, no, we started at the
I
pregame
didn't
prediction.
forget. I didn't
No,
forget.
we were remember because no, and the viewers might not remember. Don't worry, I have receipts. They're on my page. You can just go look. 0-4 Rams, 0-4 last year, predicted gonna win, gonna go to the conference championship. They're gonna be the conference champions. They got a piece of it. All right. So they completed the mission. All right.
100% saw it through.
0-2 Rams, OTS will complete the mission. You
Let's
understand what I'm saying?
go, baby.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
No,
completely do.
we're not going nowhere.
That's it. That's it. So, man, TK hanging out with Danny Webster, week 1 in the books, OTS, baby. Danny, what do we tell him, man?
Hey, we'll see you in the end zone.